Sorry, there were certain interruptions. I'm not aware of why the interruption was. But exactly I want to share with you. Positive Mantra worldwide is all about healing, praying, helping, loving, selflessly, all, and not to get back anything, is all about looking at life at a different thought process. What is life actually? We live life, we spend life, but we don't realize what is life was all about. It's all about a thought and an idea. Uh, If you have an idea how to live, how to be with all, how to become, uh, you know, how to become one with all, then it's different. Now, positive mantra is a concept which I have eternally learned from Dr. Swamiji Vishwamitraji Maharashi. For me, he is Maharishi. People may not understand that, but he never objected also. I called him that. It is the eternal level of helping people, loving people, reaching out to the people. It's altogether a different situation. When I worked on positive mantra, it was a time I was also working on Sri Amritvani also. So there is obviously an interpolarized influence in my writing. Now, positive mantra is how positive? I have lived 40 years in cultural journalism. I have understood what is life in terms of culture, not politics and anything. Forget about it. Journalism is not politics. I am talking about cultural journalism. The love for the culture, the care for the culture, goes in a big way when my Sadguru, Sri Swamiji Satyanandaji Maharashi, told you should have a deep love for your culture. I have subconsciously never understood that. But at the end of it, I have understood that. And my point is being there, being caring, being loving, it's all about culture. And there is a very thin difference between culture and spiritualism. I'm not talking about religion, rituals, dogmas, doctrines. No. I'm talking about spiritualism. Spiritualism is a feeling, is a bhav, is your internal feeling, how you respond to the nature. When you look at the nature, you respond differently. That's the spirit of loving the nature. When you are aligned with the nature, then you realize positive mantra in terms of many, many facets. How to handle your life, how to handle your thought, how to handle your problems, and then also how need not to become a negotiating factor for negatives. No. Then, if you love people, if you care people, if you are spiritually strong, if you are selflessly loving and praying for others, that is the message of the positive mantra. Raviji asked me today to talk about that, so I am explaining the concept. This 14 letter words, positive mantra, have given me a 14 chapters, and all the 14 chapters will talk to you in many, many ways. I'll just refer the book to you because it is important. I'm sorry, Raviji called from USA. He said that there was some discorrect. Doesn't matter. But I am talking to you about positive mantra. Positive mantra is a spiritual feeling. It is connecting with others, living for each other. And positive mantra will always help you to re-understand yourself. Just to tell you how divine creates, not me. I have not written the book. It is divine who has created the book. I don't claim that even I have written the book. But I want to take you through the content and make you feel what exactly is all about. Positive mantra is about being precious. You are a precious person. Why don't you accept it? Why you have not loved yourself for so long? Why you have not you have left yourself uncared? Yes, you are a precious person. That means eternally and inward wise, that divine is residing in you. So you are precious. If you are precious, you respect your preciousness, because you are not respecting your body, you are respecting the precious divine. And you have a unique personality. I mean, who else has an equal personality like you? Nobody. Try to understand that unique personality. Once you understand that unique personality you are actually working out your own inner self. And once you understand your inner self, you actually respond to the divinity outside or inside, both ways. Then step towards rejuvenation and realization. Once you understand you are a unique personality, you can rejuvenate yourself. You can realize yourself, and you can fight out yourself. That's the layer of divinity. How do you encounter yourself? That's an art. You must watch and understand how to encounter yourself. You know how to encounter yourself just by a thought process. Spend some time with you. Spend some time with your soul. Realize it, and don't become nervous about the around of the world. It is inner world that matters. If you understand that, then you actually encounter yourself. And if you encounter yourself, actually you are closer to the divinity. You have a caring personality. All of you. All of you care for some personality or other. And you have a caring nature by divine. Try to re-understand yourself. Reposition yourself. Realize it that you are actually caring. If you are caring, you are closer to the spiritual essence. And if you are closer to the spiritual essence, then your life becomes more meaningful than what exactly happens otherwise. And then, culturing information and nature wisdom. Nurture the wisdom. Try to understand. Your personality is a huge your personality is a huge essence. And if you nurture your culture, if you nurture yourself, you are actually working out towards the whole nature. And try to understand, life is not that what you lived with, some people with connects. No, it is a semblance of with the nature. If you care that, you are differently ordained. Try to understand that wisdom and nurture that wisdom. In search of platform to perform. You see, most of us have not lived our life to perform according to the platform. We tried to get our space, but I tell you, if you are having a beautiful thoughtscape, you realize that how to place yourself towards the whole society, and whole society will respond to you with the reverence and respect. That is platform to perform. It is not that you hit the perform, you hit the area. No, you actually love people, give them what they deserve, and then you realize yourself that you are giving them a platform to perform. You are not giving yourself a platform to perform. No. Actually, you are giving your audience a platform to perform. Try to understand that. It is not you who is important. It is the people who are important. And for them, you love them and you take care of them. Right? Then we go beyond it. Sound and silence a perspective. Realize you all speak well, you all realize sound, you all realize your sound and nature's sound. You respond to the echoes of the nature, and you also realize your sound. This is the interplay of sound and silence. I tell you, positive mantra works on that sound and silence can actually totally redesign your mind. And that's exactly my Sadguru, Swamiji, Shri Satyanandaji Maharaj Ji has given us. Yes, realize that sound and silence. Realize what you hear, and also realize what you don't hear. Yes, that's the catch, because we miss many things. We may not hear everything, but it is love and life, you try to hear and reanalyze yourself. That's because cultivating the perspective analytical approach, that analytical approach comes when you realize the sound and silence. You realize Nad and Anad, unstuck and sound created, both. That means you are actually in connect with the cosmos. Once you are connect with the cosmos, then you really understand your deliberations. Your deliberations are this: what you have learned from the cosmos, what you have learned from the divinity. Love them, respond to them. And the personality becomes a tough thing when you actually do a self assurance. If you do a self assurance, the life is different. Please respect yourself. Please, and I say please, revere your intellectual capacities. Don't undermine yourself. You are a powerful person because divinity resides in you. This self assurance is very important. And if you have this self assurance, your life is redesigned in a many ways. And we have to fight the negativism all the time. We have to fight. The negativism comes when we are facing challenges. But we succumb to the challenges, then we die before our death. No, that's not the way. We have to re-understand our self, our personality, in terms of re-understanding, redesigning your mind. And that's the way. But if I put it this way, the mind management is matter of redesigning your thought process, is how you respond to the world and how you accept to the world. But if you live a life for others, then life is better than you live for yourself. That is the catch of the positive mantra. There's a one chapter I just discussed today. Positive mantra has huge elements to give you an idea of how beautiful person you are and how beautifully you can handle everything with the thought process. Just with the thought process. If you have a right thought, if you have a right perspective, if you have a right ethical and moral sense, if you live for others, life is beautiful. And I repeat, don't live for yourself, live for others. Life is beautiful. And relish it. Thank you so much. I close this chapter today. We'll come back, if God willing. Thank you. Thank you so much.